have to maybe play for that first kill, get a little bit of extra confidence back here. You're playing Respawn. Think about what did we do to Optic Gaming in map number 1? Respawn, we absolutely destroyed them. We can do the same thing here. But yes, now we are loading into game 3. Capture the flag. London Docks, our winners bracket semi-final, tied at 1 map apiece. Who will walk away at the end of this with the advantage?
You know, if you're on the team of Splyce, hopefully you had some words with the guys over at Red Reserve, maybe got a feel for what Optic Gaming are going to bring to the table here, but it's so much different when you're inside the game. As you see the breakup for both teams, a little bit reserved from both sides, still waiting on first blood to come in.
Traditionally, Optic Gaming have been very, very fast on this map so far in the tournament, but of course now you are in bracket play, so expect your level of competition to increase somewhat, as now Bance looking to try and find the first pick, but it's going to be Formal that cleans him up. Assistance comes in from Scump, 3 players down, 4 players down. Jared now fresh off spawn, and Scump already thinking about the flag.
Yeah, here he pulls it and he gets right away through Beer. Jared unable to hit the shots. We've played 40 seconds of the game. This is going to be a flag cap for Optic Gaming.
It's funny, I mentioned Optic Gaming traditionally, you know, pretty quick on London Docks to getting the flag out. They don't waste any time whatsoever. They slay out, and Splyce now, they just have to play for map control, right? You have to give up that flag. There's no point trying to overextend. You don't need to do anything too fancy, but it's going to be Jared that shuts down Scump. Is he going to go straight for the flagpole? I think he is.
Why are you challenging?
But
why are you challenging that? Just run back through fire. You got your teammates set up over here on the dock side of the map, but that's all it takes here on London Docks. You know, you get a couple down, you're able to get a touch on the flag. You could dip out right away, either through fire or through beer, and get home pretty safely as long as your teammates get the proper cuts.
Especially, obviously, if you're running airborne, you pull that flag, you can just dip straight through mid-map, and next thing you know, you got yourself a flag cap. Speaking of flag caps, here is the flag being run by Tommy. A couple of players down for Optic Gaming. Jared's going to try and cover the mid-map cut, and looking at your mini-map there, that should be good to be a flag. Or game tied, 1-1.
Yeah, you see Bance was a little worried. He's checking out over near his underground, and yes, Tommy now 1 kill away from earning that mortar strike streaks. Could be pretty impactful here on London Docks, but here comes Crimsix now chiming into the game. He finds 2.
Tommy is huge right now. Tommy is absolutely massive because you can see the way he's playing. He's playing so passive, recognizing he just needs the 1 kill. Is that going to be the kill? Yes, it is. Second player challenges, but it doesn't matter. Tommy does secure full streaks.
Yeah, Tommy really just needed to buy time for his teammates to come back off respawn to be able to make a defensive hold here on the flag. Jared down the drive by Crim with the mantle, staying alive during this fight, swaps to the machine pistol. He does wind up falling, but opening up room for his teammates to push on forward as kills being exchanged by both these squads. 2 alive for both teams, but keep in mind, Splyce, because they're fighting in their base, they're going to have the defender's advantage coming off respawn.
As you can see, Madcap forced to play so passive. Number 4, back of the map. Jared's going to challenge him. Now, all of a sudden, you will see Splyce retake a little bit of map control. Number 5 trying to sneak. That's going to be Scump. Scump actually doing a little bit of damage there as well. Shuts down Banson. You have to respect Scump here if you're Splyce. You can't just leave your base knowing that he's right there ready to pull.
Yeah, he could do the same thing he did in the first 40 seconds of the game. Just get a touch and then just dips right on out of there. But Splyce holding on for now on the defensive side of things. As you see, the game is going to stabilize for a little bit. You have Tommy threatening to push towards the Optic flag here, just waiting for some support from his teammates. Nice shots there into Scump. As now the smoke comes out, finds Formal as well, puts in some good shots, and now this is going to, you know, start to force Optic Gaming to be a bit more aggressive on their defensive end once that smoke comes up. But they find both kills at their base, and once again, things are going to stabilize. Actually, Vance was able to get a touch, but Karma's there to get the kill in the return.
Yeah, Vance was more pulling that flag as a distraction as opposed to anything else. A couple of his teammates did die, and they recognized they hadn't seen Crim for a while. They knew Crim was sneaking, trying to force him to maybe make a play of his own, but unfortunately Crim will fall. Don't worry though, he's up to gaming fans. Scump still in range to be a nuisance. Never mind, Vance will clean him up, and got to give Splyce a lot of props here. They are holding their own.
Yeah, after that blunder in the first 40 seconds, they're making more of an effort to just be a bit more pushed up towards their flag now. We got to keep an eye on Tommy here as he's starting to sneak through the dock side of the map. He also has streaks to work with here. As long as he plays his life, and Scump knows that they're missing 1 player on the map, they're going to find each other here. Tommy unable to win that fight, so that's 2 down for Splyce. Now it's going to be up to Jared here on the defensive side, trying to work alongside Vance to try to stop and thwart this Optic Gaming aggression.
And Vance needs to help his teammate out here. Jared shuts down 1, but Vance can't find the second. Madcat off spawn finds 1. Scump's going to immediately challenge through Beer. We have 60 seconds.
Nice shot.
Just over 60 seconds left of the first half here of CTF London Docks. Crim trying to pre-fire. He will find now the flag is going to be pulled. Vance, though, the 1 player in a great position to try and put a stop to this. Unfortunately, there was going to be an Optic Gaming player there that cleans him up, and that flag may be away.
Mortar strike being called in from Tommy, but Crim just runs right into tin. The glide bomb's going to miss as well. Do you invest the fighter pilot here?
I mean, you just invested 2 streaks.
Right behind him.
I feel like you may get lucky if Jared gets the return, and he does. But Splyce...
And he uses the pilot. So you invest a lot. You get the return.
You have to go for a pull now. If you're Splyce, you need to put some pressure on the map. You use all 3 of your streaks. One was completely wasted. The second was kind of wasted as well in terms of the glide bomb. Obviously, you're in tin. You know you're not going to be able to get the kill. You almost want to just kind of delay that flag push. They do get the return, though, but those streaks, I mean, they can be so useful.
Okay, this could be a big 2Vs from Bandslash. 3 down from Optic Gaming. There's the flagpole. We wanted 1 player left alive. It's Scump trailing the flag carrier right now. He finds one inside fire, takes down Bans, just trying to slow down this push and buy time for his teammates to come back off first one. He takes down Jordan as well with the machine pistol, but Mad Cat is there. This is going to be a cap for Splyce in the closing seconds of this first half of CTF. They take the lead.
So to I was going to say, nicely played there. Tommy's going to find the second as well. And Tommy, once again, working for streaks. But just to reiterate, of course, Tommy uses all 3 of his streaks, so Splyce do no longer have them. But he is working on a new set of streaks. But they did get the flag cap. So I guess in the long term, you can call that worth.
Yeah, I mean, you hope that, maybe you can only get away with using 1 streak, maybe two. Uses all 3, but look, that's what they're for. They're tools to delay and stop that flag push. Unfortunately, Jared was able to push far enough off the map to get that return, but now we're moving into the second half. Tommy has an opportunity here to re-earn all of these streaks, and that would be really good for Splyce. But they need to have a good break off here.
Now, if you're Tommy, how do you play this break?
Just camp.
Just camp? Just sit
I'd actually probably find a corner inside fire. I think that's a more high traffic area of the map, but yeah, I think you just slow down your gameplay, let your teammates do whatever you do, and try to find kills to earn these streaks.
Well, speaking of Tommy, he's already spotted 1, and that will be Karma down. Now just 25 points away from the fighter pilot, 50 away from the glide bomb. We'll keep our eyes on that minimap to see if he potentially has a
So Tommy could have let Karma touch the flag, gotten the bonus points, and then got more points for the return.
I was thinking that, but is that maybe a little too risky?
It's a little bit of a sketchy play, but still, the opportunity was there. Anyways, Tommy on a 4 spree as it's going to be Splyce starting to turn up the aggression. Kills not being traded by both these teams. As over near the driveway side of the map, it's Jared finding Karma. Tommy finds Crim6. They can pull this flag away and get away. No, the flag does get dropped. Formal finds 1. Formal finds 2. A big defensive hold from Optic Gaming.
Bear in mind, that kill will prevent Tommy from getting fully streaked out. He still has 2 of the 3, but unfortunately, I don't think Tommy was...
Did Tommy get a touch on that flag?
I don't think he did.
Yeah, he did. He got the streaks.
Oh, okay. Didn't get the final one, but now Tommy looking for more. Crim6 is going to shut him down, and Splyce holding their own here. 2-1 lead here in game 3, plus series tied at 1-1.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely holding their own. Still a close game. Lots of time here for Optic Gaming to get something going. As it's going to be 2 falling for Optic Gaming. Karma now trying to hang back and play some defense for his team, but got to keep in mind, this car is on fire. It'll blow up. Normally, like the cars in the environment are on the side of Optic Gaming. You have Optic Ban, and then what happened previously, the Scumpy has blown up the car so far in this tournament, but there you go. Car explodes now. Splyce trying to set up a push. 1 falls. Scump takes down Mad Cat. Kills starting to be traded. Vance trying to follow up this push, but so far it's looking like a good hold for Optic Gaming as it's only Tommy left alive here. He still has his streaks, but he's just trying to be a nuisance in the middle of the map. Once again, trying to hold whatever map positioning he can.
Tommy's shots looking absolutely superb in this one. 15-9. Oh, may actually get a little unlucky there. Didn't check his right. Mad Cat's going to clean him up, and Splyce now with 3 players down. Can they act on the flag quick enough? That's going to be the question. Flag has been pulled. It's going to be Crim. Last man up for Optic Gaming. He's off spawn. Splyce have already got that flag about mid-map. This is going to be a flag capture for Splyce. They now have a 2-flag lead.
Might think of even using the streak here to try to kill some Optic members coming off of spawn, but as they try to push back up, Tommy falls. Optic Gaming fighting for mid-map control. They're down by 2 flags. Still a lot of time left in this game. You could do a lot on London Docks with 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I think it's all going to be dependent on how impactful the streaks of Tommy are.
And to that point, I mean, Optic Gaming, they got a first flag cap, what, 40 seconds into the game? So
it takes like 15 seconds to run it from flag to flag.
And if you get a good relay as well, you really are in a good position here. So it's definitely not over for Optic Gaming. And now comes the push over towards the Splyce base. Jared's going to be the first line of defense. Crim picks up a double. Flag picked up. Mad Cat there to trade. Glide bomb comes through from Tommy. And again, not necessarily sure whether that was realistically needed. Of course, the flag has been pulled, but you have a teammate down who's going to try and fight that. Mad Cat shuts down Crim. The trade comes through. Big kill comes in from Vance, though. That will be the flag return.
Once again, it takes all of the streaks of Tommy, as now it's going to be Tommy winning the engagement again with the flag in his hand. So, look, they invest all of their streaks, they get the return, and now they're translating it into offensive power. This is going to be another flag cap for Splyce. So even though you go up by 3 flags, you do not want to turn on your base. You still want to push up and be aggressive somewhere on the map.
Best London Dock CTF team in the game? Might well be Splyce.
They're making a case for it right here and right now. More importantly, I think they're showing that European COD is here to play.
This is almost flawless play at times. I mean, yes, of course, there was one big mistake at the start of the game, but since then, Optic Gaming haven't capped a flag here, and Splyce have looked so so good both defensively and on the counter as well. Bance needs to win this. Scum almost managed to land a few shots, which arguably he shouldn't have done. But Splyce, with over just a minute left, a 3-flag lead, this would be a monumental throw.
You know, there are a lot of different setups that Splyce could use right here. They could play like 3 defense, send somebody on the sneak. They could have somebody just full time, you know, lamping on the flag and have everybody try to sneak around the map. But regardless, there's less than a minute remaining to play. If Optic Gaming want to come back in this game, they need to have some perfect relays going.
Well, this would be the start right here. Scump shuts down Tommy. Crim looking for more players off spawn, but again, Splyce hold defensively. 3 more Optic Gaming players go down. That's going to leave Karma with realistically nothing that he can do apart from trying to overextend. He needs to touch the flag, and he needs to do it quickly. That's a big win against Mad Cat.
Okay, let's see if he can make something happen here. Finds Mad Cat. Yes, he does. There's Jerd now on the stairs, just buying time. He knows he's got good position here to work with. Bance comes around the back, takes down Karma. That neutralizes any aggression that Optic Gaming had. They find Formal as well and fire. He does pick up the kill on Bance, but he's weak. He's forced to back up, and now there's only 20 seconds remaining in the game.
Yeah, this has been some serious, impressive play coming out from Splyce. And of course, you look at their respawn throughout the series. I mean, they 100-point Optic Gaming in Hardpoint. They're such a story, of course, Optic win pretty convincingly. But London Docks, this was Optic Gaming's probably best game of map mode combination, and Splyce made it look easy. A 4-1 victory for Splyce puts them now within touching distance of a winner's bracket final.
All right, so here we have a chance for Splyce to advance into the winners finals here at Dallas. One more map, that's all they need moving into the next hardpoint. I wonder if they could do it. Obviously, you brought up that they look spectacular in the first map of the series. Let's see if they can continue that momentum forward.
I mean, we go over now to a hard point on London Docks. I feel like Splyce's slaying is just